In this video, I'm going to be explaining how to properly mix and apply the Weed Slayer product. Before we get into the process of how to use it, let's learn a little bit about the herbicide. This is a household kit for a product called Weed Slayer. It treats 43,560 square feet, and it is currently the only organic herbicide that can kill the roots of the plant on the market. In this part of the video, I will explain how to mix the product for the sprayer. You will need 1 gallon of distilled water that can be found at most grocery stores throughout the United States. You will have a 5 milliliter syringe included in the kit to help you accurately measure. First, you will add 8/10 of an ounce of the bottle listed as Weed Slayer, which is equal to 23 milliliters. Second, you will add 8/10 of an ounce of the Agro Gold WS, which is also 23 milliliters. You will then need 0.65 ounces, or 19 milliliters, of the Oro Boost. And last, you will add 2.2 milliliters of the pH reducer. If you are not using distilled water, but instead you're using tap or well water, you will need a pH meter to determine the level of pH that your water currently has. A decent pH meter can be found online for around $20. If your pH is above 5.2, you will need to add the pH reducer to the water first to get it to a pH level of 5.2. This is very important for the product to work correctly. In this part of the video, I'm going to demonstrate the way to get proper coverage on the plants. I will start on the sidewalk, and then I will move to the plants to give you a better idea of how to spray properly and get the coverage you will need for the product to work. It is important to note that you must spray at least 4 hours before or after watering. Be sure to check the weather for optimal conditions. If you're going to be using the sponge provided in the kit, make sure that you read the sponge mixing instructions. In this part of the video, we will be looking at the sponge attachment provided in the kit. This attaches to the end of your sprayer and has a clamp that will secure it in place. To use this product, first we need to get the sponge wet. Once you can see that it is wet to the point it's dripping out, you are now ready to start covering plants. To show the correct coverage on a plant, I will first demonstrate on a hard surface. In this part of the video, you will see how to use the sponge attachment, what proper application looks like, and what it's best used for. You will notice that throughout the video, it is important to keep the sponge wet enough to get the plant visibly wet and to cover the entire plant. It is important to note that Weed Slayer is a non-selective organic herbicide. Therefore, if you get the plant wet, it will die. The best use for the sponge is for more accurate coverage. This means if you have weeds around plants that you do not want to kill, the sponge will allow you to get the weeds wet without having to worry about overspray. One of the best parts about this sponge is being able to utilize it in the wind. In this situation, it is what you would use around shrubbery and ornamental flowers to prevent drift onto desirable plants. As far as results are concerned, you will see symptomology on grass species in 5 to 7 days. On taller weeds, you will see symptomology in 7 to 14 days.